Hello and welcome to HW News English. I am Shubham Chauhan. It's the 4th of May. Result day for 5 key states have started to come in this morning. And the numbers that you can see on the screen as of 12:14 p.m. Now, Assam, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Kerala, Puducherry. We have 4 numbers for you. We'll put out the Puducherry numbers as well. But first, the biggest story that is coming out. Counting began at 8 o'clock. It's 12:15. And in Tamil Nadu, the biggest surprise, Vijay, actor turned politician, is leading on 106 seats in the state of Tamil Nadu, all set to be perhaps even the chief minister if these numbers hold. And then the next big story is at the bottom of your screen in the state of West Bengal, where the BJP is running away with the contest at 191 seats so far. The TMC at 96. Remember, the same TMC that won over 200 seats in the year 2021. On the left side of your screen, you can see Kerala, where the UDF, which is the Congress Alliance, all set to come back to power with 93 seats so far. And in Assam, as many predicted, a BJP sweep, where the Bharatiya Janata Party is leading on 99 seats so far. So a lot to unpack and decode and discuss. Joining me in this conversation is our managing editor, Mr. Sujit Nair. Sujit, good afternoon. And really, where do you want to start? You want to start with Tamil Nadu or West Bengal, the biggest story for you?
No, Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, because I think the biggest story is Tamil Nadu. Kudos to Access My India. Phenomenal research. Phenomenal. Their exit poll is almost coming true. So kudos to them. So Tamil Nadu, Vijay 106 and DMK 56. DMK has been routed out of Tamil Nadu, which is something that I find that absolutely strange. Routed out of Tamil Nadu, and of course AIDMK with 72. That too is a surprise. So kudos to, like I said, Access My India, and kudos to Vijay's effort. That what a win. And I think the youth of Tamil Nadu voted. Youth of Tamil Nadu made the difference. It is the youth, the silent voters in Tamil Nadu has been the youth. They have come in and they have wow, the way they got their star to win or to get this kind of lead. And I'm sure, like you rightly said, by the looks of it, you're seeing the next chief minister in Vijay, and the next superstar who is going to be the chief minister, like after MGR. So wow, I mean that's big. So that's one. TMC and West Bengal was, of course, like most of us, all of us, I mean, expected to be tough. But this now is looking almost one-sided. Bharatiya Janata Party 191. Trinamool Congress 96. That's not the final numbers as of now, but one-sided. It is not looking tough anymore. As of now, it is looking very one-sided, but let us see, wait and watch.
Right.
Kerala and of course Assam was very expected. Kerala UDF 93, LDF 42, and Bharatiya Janata Party NDA 3 now. It was 2, now it is 3. But it has been hovering around 1, 2, 3. Again, I think kudos to a lot of exit polls and including, again, Access My India. I think they also predicted 3, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, 3, 0 to 3 is what people predicted. And like I said, if there's anything beyond 3 for Bharatiya Janata Party in Kerala, I think they should be very, very happy because they put their foot on the door. LDF, for instance, has been the biggest loser, not only in Kerala, across the country. The left has been the biggest loser, the communist has been the biggest loser, and this is going to have serious repercussions on their future in India. So, yes, while LDF loses Kerala and loses big time, Bharatiya Janata Party, I think, has entered Kerala. If they consolidate 4, 5 seats in Kerala, they can boldly say that they've entered Kerala, and the next election in the 30s will be very, very different, and possibly 30s onwards, it could be a very different Kerala. It could be a very different political dynamics in Kerala. So that's where Kerala stands. Assam, of course, was expected 100% as was expected maybe months back through opinion polls and everything. Assam has been the most consistent player all through. So Bharatiya Janata Party 98, Congress 26, others too. So Assam has been absolutely what was predicted by a lot of pollsters. So that's where it stands. But like I said, Kerala, just to say, and I will stick my neck out to say that I think a lot of LDF's the fact that LDF has been reduced to 41, I think, of course, anti-incumbency is a huge factor. Second, of course, the fact that Kerala is always been a TikTok state, a swing state, where 5 years for one particular party, 5 years for another. LDF stood ground for 10 years, so that itself was an achievement. But the second stint of LDF was a bad one. Keeping people like Shailaja teacher out of politics. Pinarayi Vijay, almost was kind of he was very different to what otherwise a typical communist government would be especially in the second term. So yeah, I mean, all that did make a difference. But technically, I would still say that Kerala has been a swing state. So Kerala has gone back to UDF, and but what's going to happen in the future, whether it's going to be LDF who's going to be the competitor or a communist, has to be seen. So that's where Kerala stands. And yes, so all eyes on Vijay, who Vijay ties up with, whether he need a tie-up. As of now, it looks as if he will need a tie-up to form the government, but let us see who he ties up with. Is it going to be NDA or is it going to be DMK, which is, or whatever?
MK Stalin.
Yeah, MK
Yeah.
Stalin.
I think the thing with Vijay that everybody who went to Tamil Nadu and even outside Tamil Nadu saw is that the kind of crowds he pulled, a superstar making their way into politics, is something like Sujit talked about. It's not new when it comes to Tamil Nadu. In fact, even in Andhra, you've seen the likes of NTR come up. So that culture of superstars turning into politicians, their on-screen persona.
NTR nahi, Shubham, MGR.
MGR, I'm talking about Andhra Pradesh, the other state
I'm
as well.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about the other states as well. It's been in Tamil Nadu specifically, yes. You've had MGR and the likes of Jayalalitha as well, who went on to become these huge, towering political figures who dominated the state's political landscape for decades. Now, Vijay was someone who was looked at from the same lens. He is a superstar whose movies have done exceedingly well at the box office. His last movie got into a little controversy, that is Jananayagan, which was not allowed to release. This was in the run-up to the elections. But when you talked about Vijay the politician, he was someone who did not give any media interviews, just hit the streets, and thousands and lakhs of people coming onto the streets, which also included an unfortunate tragedy in Karur, where a stampede took place at his rally. Then you saw Vijay continuing his campaigning with, of course, all the security measures as much as possible in place, and all eyes were on whose vote will Vijay pick. Will he tap into the DMK vote? Will he tap into the ADMK's vote? By the looks of it, he's clearly tapped into the DMK's vote, given the number that we are seeing. 57 is where MK Stalin's DMK stands at the moment. The anti-incumbency vote against Stalin clearly working in Vijay's favor, and that is something, like Sudhir also said towards the end, that where does Vijay go from here? Who does he tie up with? Is something that will be the next step if these numbers hold as we're talking at 12:23 p.m. That is the story as far as West Bengal is concerned. Sujit, I want to get you in on the state of Tamil Nadu we spoke about. I want to get you in on Tamil Nadu. Mamata Banerjee, the street fighter, one politician in the India alliance who really pushed the BJP as much as she could. 2011 is when she first came to power. 2026, by the looks of it, as these numbers are standing, the BJP all set to not just defeat Mamata, but defeat her quite comprehensively, 187 to 100. How do you see the impact of the numbers you're seeing in West Bengal on national politics, particularly the opposition and the India alliance, Sujit?
I had done an editorial on this a few days back. This figure, I'll tell you, I think, this is my opinion, this figure will actually initiate a lot of people like Raghav Chadda, lot of people, lot of MPs, lot of politicians moving into Bharatiya Janata Party. Somewhere down the line, this will be very, very demotivating for regional parties. This defeat will be very, very frustrating for a lot of regional parties, a lot of young leaders who would want to be, in power very soon. So you will see a lot of migration that's happening to Bharatiya Janata Party in the next 2 years. You will see a very aggressive Bharatiya Janata Party. The kind of aggression we saw after 2019, you may see the same kind of aggression in Bharatiya Janata Party. And you will also see a lot of regional parties, regional parties like say NCP Sharad Pawar, lot of regional parties that may want to now line up outside Bharatiya Janata Party's office and kind of align with them, and be part of the power. Because end of the day, a lot of regional leaders today are kind of frustrated and defeated actually. That's what I see with whatever little I spoke since morning to a lot of opposition leaders, a lot of people who are in opposition parties, especially regional opposition parties. So that's the first impact that's going to happen, like I said in my editorial, what I said before. And the second thing is, you have to hand it over to the Amit Shah, Narendra Modi duo. You have to hand it over. This is basically the second 2014. This is a milestone as far as, especially as far as Amit Shah and Narendra Modi are concerned. This is milestone because end of the day they have consolidated North and East. Period. They've done that and they've done that beautifully. Whatever you want to say, whatever SIR, ABC, all that is fine. But end of the day, today, North and East absolutely consolidated. West absolutely consolidated. South is the only question mark. Like I said, another 5 for NDA in South, in Kerala, will make all the difference there too. So kudos to Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, whether somebody may like or dislike, but at the end of the day, the country is behind them, so that they have proven. People vote when they ask them to vote for them, and that's the nature of how politics works. So that has worked for them, and that would be something that I would definitely say. Shubham, that's what comes out from this particular. That's what you can expect. Absolute consolidation of Bharatiya Janata Party. That is Narendra Modi and Amit Shah's Bharatiya Janata Party. Today, there'll be few people who will even question their leadership. Forget about opposition. It's almost gone. But even within Bharatiya Janata Party, there'll be very few questions now raised against Amit Shah and Narendra Modi. They have consolidated and they have again become what they were in 2019. So that's what I see going forth from here.
Right. For the BJP, really, Bengal was the last fortress that they hadn't breached. I remember when the BJP won the Bihar elections last year, Prime Minister Modi's concluding remarks at the BJP headquarters was that now after Bihar, the next focus is on to Bengal. And by the looks of it, the BJP has really, like Sujit mentioned, captured West Bengal. And how? Of course, there'll be a lot of discussion about the impact of the SIR. For that, we'll have to wait for granular data to come in and how that is being read and interpreted on a constituency level. But the big picture is very clear that the BJP, which was at about 80 odd seats in 2021, has now jumped all the way up to 188 as of now. If you just see, there's one update that we'll also give you before we put out some of the constituency-wise updates in this live broadcast. Bengal is counting 293 seats today, not 294. There was one seat of Alta, which the Election Commission said there were some malpractices that took place in that constituency that comes under Diamond Harbour, Abhishek Banerjee's Lok Sabha constituency. That one seat of Alta will see repolling in a couple of weeks from now, and that's why you are seeing 293 seats at the bottom of your screen. But regardless, the big picture is of the BJP in Bengal. Sujit, I want to go to Kerala. You talked about Kerala in detail, a state that you know so well. You like going there often. You talk about UDF's prospects. The next question, of course, in a house where there's so much chaos internally, I'm talking about the Congress's unit in Kerala. What more does should one expect when it comes to picking the next chief minister of Kerala? There'll of course be a lot of names in contention, but if you had to sort of read in the Congress camp that while the victory is of course being celebrated, the next question automatically comes to the chief minister of Kerala.
You see, let me be very honest and frank with you, and a lot of people may be upset with me because I say so. See, Kerala, Congress winning Kerala is not because of some huge popularity surge of Congress. That's not the case. Congress winning Kerala is basically, it's like I said, it's a swing state. Anti-incumbency had to creep in, and finally, the chances, Congress walked into the election with an advantage. Let's start with that. Okay, so the fact that they're at 94 today is because of, or not Congress, UDF is at 94 today is because of the advantage they walked in with. And LDF is at 40 because of the disadvantage of anti-incumbency. So that's the first thing that one should understand. The second thing that one should understand is possibly this is the only state that Congress has won. I thought that Tamil Nadu possibly with DMK and Congress had a chance, but here this is where Tamil Nadu stands. So that's the only state that Congress has made some impact. Now, unfortunately, if Congress there starts fighting between KC Venugopal and VD Sadishan and Ramesh Channitala and others, and I don't know whether Mr. Tarur will be in the fray, but if that kind of fight happens, it is most unfortunate, and people will now laugh at Congress. It is imperative that Rahul Gandhi and others they consolidate, maybe park themselves in Kerala, in Trivandrum, and sort this issue out before the shit hits the ceiling. I mean, excuse my language, but that's the way they should be. That's what I think they should be doing. Because end of the day, one state jeeta, wo bhi because of the circumstances and the way the situation was, and in that state also you can't handle, and there can't be a smooth transition, then I think it will be very, very unfortunate. So there is nothing much to celebrate for Congress, to be very honest with you. And this is a very honest opinion. While fine, I mean, a win is a win. End of the day, there is no doubt about it. But the fact remains that this is an opportunity for Congress. The win is not now. The win is when there is a clean, smooth transition. As a chief minister placed there without any problem, the party coming together, the party working as one consolidated unit. That is when I will say it's a great win, because end of the day, it is not only that you won the elections, but you also ensured that it was the transition and the taking over of power was very, very beautifully done. That's the status for Congress. That's the way I see Kerala and I see Congress. Even today, VD Satish, KC Venugopal, there's still confusion. There's still question mark. There's still see that is there in every party. I'm not saying that is only to Congress, but in Congress, normally in other political party, you don't see aftermath. So if KC Venugopal gets angry or VD Sadishan, you don't see these kind of aftermath. You don't see this kind of on-ground politics that happens, because end of the day they have no choice but to listen to their whatever supreme commander or high command or whatever they call it, be it BJP, be it Congress. So this high command business is not just Congress. Let me also make that very clear in the same breath. That said, at least Congress should this time around show that it's a strong consolidated party, and it works. It's a strong consolidated disciplined party. That's something that Congress really needs to do. That's something that people will be looking forward from UDF. I hope the guys who voted for UDF do not regret their decision. That's because end of the day, now it is not LDF. Now it is BJP on their doors. So they better be very careful of what they're doing from now on. So that's the first point I wanted to make. The second point I wanted to make is I think Pinarayi Vijayan was not a good chief minister after 2019, whatever 2021. His decisions, the way he ran Kerala, the kind of it was so not communist type. He was as good or as bad as Congress. In his decisions, corruption charges against him, his family, his appointment of ministers, nepotism. The whole thing, it looked very, very different to what typical communist government kind of normally is. Now, the thing is, if LDF, if this is possibly the beginning of the end of LDF, I think Pinarayi Vijayan's name will go down history as one of the reasons why communism was completely out of India. His name will also, he's not the only name, by the way, let me tell you, but he will also be, the reason why communism is out of India. That is something that he needs to understand and be mindful of. Secondly, I personally speaking, I don't think this is the end of left from in Kerala. I do not think. I still think that there is a scope for them to come back. There's a scope for them to kind of consolidate themselves because they've lost before also. They've lost several times before, and they've come back. I think there's a scope. The only difference here is the advent of NDA, the advent of Bharatiya Janata Party in Kerala, that may deter their entire hope, like what had happened in West Bengal. That may be a point that one should consider. But otherwise, people ruling out communism out and all that, I am not 100% very sure about that. That's my take on Kerala. Shubham.
Right. Just for our viewers, we'll start, if our team is ready, we'll start showing you some leads that are coming in from different states, be it Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, because in some of the seats, we are seeing a seesaw battle, particularly the big VIP seats to watch out for when it comes to states like West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. If we have some graphics that we can put up as to who is leading and who is trailing, I think that will give us a better picture as far as the overall numbers are concerned. Now it's about 12:35 p.m. So you can now, over the next few hours, you can see some of the numbers consolidating in the days and hours to follow. So we have one tweet that is, okay, so Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan is leading, the Chief Minister is leading. This is Kerala that we are showing you on the screen. Let's move on to some other graphics that we have for you from these poll-bound states. Remember, counting the actual results take time. What we are now showing you is leading or trailing. Ramesh Anitala, popular Congress face in the state. Sujit also mentioned his name, one of the contenders for perhaps the next Chief Minister of Kerala. He's leading as well. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, the state chief of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Kerala, former cabinet minister in the Modi government. He's brought to Kerala's political landscape to change the BJP's fortune, and here he is leading. VD Satishan is also leading at the moment. Counting is still underway. What we do have now are the leads from some of the states. And we have some more. K. Muralidharan is also leading. Let's move on to some other states that we can go to, particularly West Bengal, and what's the status with Bhabanipur, because since morning, and that's a seat that we've been closely tracking as well, where Mamata Banerjee is squaring off against Shuvendu Adhikari, one of the biggest battles to watch out for in Bengal. In George Kurian in Kerala, he is trailing at the moment. Let's go to some other seats that we have for you to show. Remember, like I said, most of the numbers will now start to consolidate, but you'll only see a final result, a win or loss, much later. K. Muralidharan. Okay, I think we'll come off the graphics. If we can go to Bengal, do we have anything from Bengal to show at the moment? But this is the Kerala picture that we showed you, the UDF cruising away to a victory. The UDF, which is basically the Congress Alliance, the LDF, led by Pinarayi Vijayan. Okay, so now we have some West Bengal numbers coming for you. This is from Bhabanipur. Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister, is leading. Remember, once the postal ballots started coming in at about 8 o'clock, she was at 8 to 9 a.m. Mamata Banerjee was trailing. And as rounds of counting are continuing, you'll see these changes happen because the margins are so thin. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary of the Congress Party, former Lok Sabha MP, he is trailing at the moment from Behrampur, former Congress MP, and now in the Congress's state politics as far as West Bengal is concerned. Do we have any other numbers to show for West Bengal? If we can quickly move ahead so that we keep the pace of the broadcast going. in Assam, by the way, if you can just look at the right of your screen, 99 is where the BJP is standing now. So they are consolidating that lead as well. Let's go to the next seat that we have for you in West Bengal. This is Agnimitra Paul is leading for the moment. This is from the state of West Bengal. Let's go to another seat. If you don't have any other graphics, we'll try and pull up some more for you. If we can go back to Sujit. Sujit, if you're there with me.
Yes, I am very much.
Assam was seen as really the most predictable sorts of battle with Himanta Biswa Sarma with his communal rhetoric that really made national headlines. We'll come back to the graphics. If you can just take off the graphics for a second, and I can go to Sujit in that case. Yes, so we were talking about Himanta Biswa Sarma, the leader whose communal rhetoric really got national headlines on the ground. When I spoke to some of the reporters who went to Assam, they said his developmental works in the state was something that really resonated with them. Now, and if you look at Himanta Biswa Sarma nationally, here was here's a leader, former Congress leader, now trying to sort of ride on the BJP wave, establish himself as some sort of a Hindutva face. Now, clearly, he's won a hat-trick. What does it mean for Himanta Biswa Sarma and what he has done for the BJP in Assam for the third time?
Let me tell you something. I want to stick my neck out on this one. Okay. Let me tell you something. The fact that Himanta Biswa Sarma today is bigger than BJP in Assam. He's a bigger brand than what BJP is in Assam. And the fact that he's a bigger brand than BJP in Assam is not very good for him. So while he definitely will take over as the chief minister, but I do not see Himanta Biswa Sarma continuing as a chief minister in Assam for the next 5 years. I don't see Himanta Biswa Sarma continuing in the state for 5 years. Possibly he'll be bought into center, like Shivraj Singh Chauhan was bought into the center, or like others who other popular local regional leaders who were bought into center. Because end of the day, I don't think BJP fancies the fact of a brand leader becoming bigger than the party, and the fact that Hemanta Biswa Sarma is bigger than Bharatiya Janata Party in Assam. So this is what my take is. I may be wrong, but this is definitely what my take is, and I believe in this very, very strongly.
But do you see this change of guard happening immediately?
No. Of course not. Of course not. He has to enjoy his glory. He has got this kind of victory, and it is so consistent. Assam and Kerala, to some extent, has been very consistent, because this is what was expected, and this is what happened. So Assam and Kerala more or less very consistent. Assam definitely, because every poll, every person, every analyst, every person who went on ground came back and spoke about Hemanta Biswa Sarma coming back. But then they spoke about Hemanta Biswa Sarma coming back more than Bharatiya Janata Party coming back, and that's the point that I want to kind of reiterate here, and I think that is going to kind of possibly cost Hemanta Biswa Sarma kind of. I mean, it's definitely going to cost Hemanta Biswa Sarma the chief minister's chair. Not next 1 year, but maybe in the future. That's the
We have
Prathamesh.
yes.
Prathamesh
We have a
says,
question.
what is the future of
He's
left
saying
parties in India?
yes. Go ahead, Sujit.
Prathamesh,
Good.
I'll tell you what. Left parties in India. Well, one saw what happened to them in West Bengal, and they're coming back in West Bengal seems to be a near close to impossible. So that's what it is. Like I said a few minutes back, as far as Kerala is concerned, Kerala left is well seeded. Left is not as irrelevant as what West is in West Bengal. Oh, sorry, communism is not as irrelevant as what communism is in West Bengal. So to that extent, Kerala, there is a very, very strong chance of left coming back. There, I don't see that not happening. But people like Pinarayi Vijayan should be definitely weeded out. That is for sure, because I think biggest one of the big reasons why LDF is not doing well is the leadership of Pinarayi Vijayan, especially like I told you after 2021, the second stint of his definitely had a lot of problems. But that being said, left is not out from Kerala. Proviso, like I said, left works their way out back and changes themselves and goes back to what left was, communism was maybe earlier in Kerala, which is basically in connected to every household in the constituency. That said, the reason I have even iota of doubt that left will that the left has to be very careful is because BJP is in. BJP is now, if they manage to get that 3 seats, I would even say 3 seats is a fantastic achievement for BJP. From 1 to 3, fabulous achievement for BJP. I would definitely say BJP should have a lot of reasons to be happy. So that if it happens, and BJP is known to consolidate from 3 to 30, 30 to whatever 100 quite easily. You see what's happening in West Bengal. BJP can do a West Bengal to NDA, and I still go back, Prathamesh, just to consolidate, just to kind of reiterate what I said. Had BJP not been there in West Bengal, left would have been even relevant in West Bengal. Communism would have been relevant in West Bengal. Communism would have been the second biggest party, I think, bigger than what Congress is. Even now, they are bigger than Congress. They got 2 seats. Congress got none. So the fact remains that it is Bharatiya Janata Party that uprooted communism. That could also happen in Kerala. Proviso, Bharatiya Janata Party, consolidates, and LDF has more Pinarayi Vijayans in running in the helm of the affair. Definitely, it will happen. That would be my answer.
Just a follow up, Sujit, on that point you made about Kerala. If you are UDF now, if you are the Congress in Kerala, with these numbers, keeping in mind these numbers and the actual reality on ground, who is your primary challenger now? Is it the BJP that is, like you said?
BJP. See, I am so used to be challenged by LDF. They know each other well. They know how they function. They know each other's strength. They know their weaknesses. They know their constituencies. They know the swing constituencies. They know all of that. So the challenge definitely will come from BJP. BJP is a newcomer. BJP is the one who has tremendous amount of power. They are in center. They can do a lot of damage to them. They have huge administrative backing with them, so on and so forth. So if I was UDF, and today, if I, get into the ruling situation, my biggest challenger, I would see, I would be very wary of Bharatiya Janata Party. LDF to theek hai yaar. I've been fighting with them for 60 years, so no big deal.
Right. So it's like a twofold battle that the UDF will have to fight. First, get their own house in order, and then, of course, like you said, keep a close eye on their new challenger that is emerging in the form of the Bharatiya Janata Party. You saw the BJP across these states put all their might, like they always do, particularly the state of West Bengal this time. And now what we are seeing, the Trinamool Congress will have to hope for a miracle if they would want to have these numbers turned in West Bengal. At the moment, they are at 101, and the BJP at 188. The land of Shama Prasad Mukherjee for the BJP, they are all set to come to par as these numbers stand. The Prime Minister.
The deal is done.
Yes. Yes.
Now, no miracle, all that won't work. The deal is done.
Now it's, I think the celebrations, the celebrations have already begun. The Prime Minister, this is a tweet put out by ANI that the Prime Minister is all set to come to the BJP headquarters to attend the victory celebrations for the success that the BJP has seen in Bengal, and of course the strong performance that they have put up, a dominating performance that they have put up in Assam, and a couple of significant seats if these trends hold in Kerala. So expect the jhalmuri and all the sweets and the jalebis that have already started preparing, and some visuals have also started to come in from the national capital, where the celebrations are on for the opposition. If you look at it collectively, much to think about and ponder about, particularly the state of Tamil Nadu, where Stalin has been completely routed. He's down to 58 at the moment, and if I'm not mistaken, he's also trailing from his own seat. That is what we saw last. We'll of course get the updated picture now. His son Udayanidhi Stalin and MK Stalin, both of them are now are of course contesting election, and we'll also keep a track on their seats. So that is, I think, where the picture largely stands. We'll, of course, keep you posted regarding the results. Of course, expect a lot of talking points to come up as we get into the details of each of these states and what their numbers have shown, the vote share, where the votes have come from, and of course, in the case of West Bengal, the impact of the special intensive revision done by the Election Commission of India. One quick word, Sujit, before I let you go and we sort of conclude this broadcast is, yes, so there you have C. Joseph Vijay, Thalapathy Vijay leading the TVK chief. He's contesting on 2 seats as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, Trichy and Perambur. There are two seats that he's contesting. He's leading, in fact, on both of them. And that is the status with Vijay, a blockbuster outing for him. Udayanidhi Stalin is leading at the moment from the Chepauk seat in Tamil Nadu. And Edapadi Palaniswamy is also leading EPS, as he is known. He is leading of the ADMK. We are just taking you through the state of Tamil Nadu. Let's move on to some more seats that we can show to our viewers and the updates that are coming in. Paneerselvam is leading. Remember, he switched sides from the AIADMK, joined the DMK in the run-up to the elections. He, of course, had that a bit of fallout with EPS all these years ago. MK Stalin is trailing at the moment from his constituency. This will be really the last blow that the DMK would want to have their party chief be defeated. As of now, he's trailing. T. Soundararajan, she is trailing as well of the BJP in Tamil Nadu. We'll of course try and get a.
So Shubham, can I ask you, if possible, can we find out how many seats are BJP leading in Tamil Nadu?
Yes, I'll just give you an oral count while we load that graphic. In Tamil Nadu, you have the BJP currently leading on 2 seats. In Tamil Nadu, this is what we have. Yeah.
And in Kerala, does this figure stand?
It is still at 2. Yes, 2 is
no,
yes.
3.
It's okay. We'll just get it updated because the leads are sort of fluctuating. Kerala is at 2 at the moment. We'll get that updated on the screen. Hemanta Biswa Sarma, of course, the man of the match in Assam. He is leading from his constituency, and no surprises there really. Given the dominance that Hemanta Biswa Sarma has established in the last decade or so after he jumped ship from the Congress to the BJP. Now, while we get some of the graphics ready, one last question for Sujit. If we can have both of us back on the screen, if our producers can. Yes. Sujit, one last word on something that a lot of our viewers would want you to sort of speak about. The impact of the special intensive revision in West Bengal and the role of the Election Commission of India. Now, much has been spoken, written, analyzed about the Chief Election Commissioner Ganesh Kumar, his conduct, the conduct of the Election Commission of India at large. You saw the SIR matter go to the Supreme Court as well. 91 lakh voters deleted after this exercise that was conducted in a rather haste. But how would you just if you just look back at the campaign that has gone by and the whole controversy over the SIR, how would you look at it in context of the results that you're seeing on the screen?
See, Shubham, I have spoken about SIR. We have spoken about it at length through various editorials. Is there a question? Are we absolutely comfortable with the way things were? Is everything absolutely crystal clear, clean? To my mind, no. There are a lot of questions and a lot of questions that ECI, under a fair circumstances, ECI may have to answer. Lot of questions. There is no doubt about that. In my mind, at least, that is my opinion. I don't say that as a gospel truth or as a fact. It's my opinion. There are a lot of questions that ECI has to answer. Has things been absolutely transparent? And as a voter, am I absolutely sure that everything is perfect? No, I'm not. That too is a fact. But that said, today is not the day to talk about it. You see, today what has happened is, the numbers that you see in front of you, I think we should take it in their face value. Okay. today Bharatiya Janata Party has done well in West Bengal. Is there a doubt? Absolutely no doubt. They have done well. Now, were they helped? Were they helped by central agencies, administration, and all that? That's a different question, different debate, different day. We will discuss it, but not today. As of today, because otherwise democracy won't work, Shubham. Every time a
Yes.
party loses and you say, oh, it's all because of ECI, it's all because of that, it's all because of central agencies, then no democracy nahi chalega. Then we are kind of cursing our own democracy, which I don't want to do today. So today, let's go by what the face value is, what we see in front of us. What we see in front of us, these numbers definitely mean that the people of West Bengal wanted Bharatiya Janata Party, and they voted for Bharatiya Janata Party. What I see in Tamil Nadu is the people of Tamil Nadu wanted Vijay, and they voted for Vijay. 106 for a person who entered into politics 8 months back, and till before that he was a film star. And look at the numbers that he got. Fabulous. This is what Tamil Nadu wanted. Now, are you going to say the same SIR, ABC, all for Vijay? So here you are. So this is what people wanted, and that's the figure you see. Assam, of
Yes.
course, like I said, the Assam and Kerala were supposed to be. This was the figure that everybody expected, and here you are. Assam and Kerala, you have these figures in front of you. So, end of the day, I think let's go by these figures. Let's go by today. Let's talk about these figures. We have another 2 months to dissect everything that happened in every state, which we will also. But as of today, and to respect our democracy, I think we should go by these numbers, and we should congratulate Bharatiya Janata Party, Congress, and Vijay, TVK, for their
Absolutely.
spectacular leads. And I guess that this is how it's going to look, more or less. Now, I don't think there'll be any miracle and all
Yes.
that. This is broadly what it's going to look. What will be interesting now is to see whether who TVK actually partners with. Would they go with NDA? Would he go with NDA? Would he go? Will DMK support him from outside? Whatever. That's something that needs
What's
to
your
be
hunch?
seen.
What's your hunch?
Uh, I'm honestly, this results itself of Tamil Nadu was itself shocking. I don't know why. I'd say, but technically speaking, whatever little I know about the TVK and about Vijay and about the people and his supporters, see, they are. A very secular bunch. They are not. They do not follow the Dravidian politics. They neither are they right wing kind of voters. So joining with NDA or taking support from NDA, I don't know what will be the repercussions from his voters. So to that extent, but then Vijay fought against Stalin all through. So now going and kind of. So I don't know. Chances are to what I think, which may or may not be correct, but what I think is it'll be outside support from DMK. That's what I think.
Interesting. And it'll be very interesting to see because, like Sujit said, here was a film star who positioned himself as the third option. He did not openly align with either of the Dravidian parties, while there was some chatter and speculation and conjecture about some behind doors sort of alliance talks happening that did not fructify. Eventually, here was
He was supposed to align. He wanted to align with the Congress. He
yes,
wanted
but
to
that of
align with the
course that
Congress.
those talks fell through
Fell through.
towards
Correct.
the end.
Correct.
And
Correct.
now
And
here
BJP
is
wanted to align with
yes,
him. And
yes.
those stocks also fell through. That is exactly what I'm kind of saying. That's what I based on that is what I just said. What I said.
Really very interesting to see what is playing in the minds of this superstar turned politician. Now, he said once he launched his political party, he said he's quitting the film line altogether, and politics is his calling. Remember, given his stature, he's someone who's loved and revered across age groups. Is Vijay, and you saw that coming out and play out on the streets as well, where youngsters and elderly, everybody cutting across their ideological lines as well, they came out in support of Vijay, and that is something that you are seeing translate into results and seats. Most importantly, with the TVK at 106. So this is where the picture.
Shubham. There's a
Yes.
very interesting reason why possibly the line between filmdom and politics is very blur in Tamil Nadu. it's a
Tamil
very
Nadu.
blurred line, and we were just speaking about it, I think, before in our editorial meeting.
Yeah.
The reason why this line is thin is because, you see, people like MGR, people like Karunanidhi, who was with you know Annadurai. These people, they used theater as classrooms. You see, the Dravidian politics, the Dravidian ideology was spread to amongst people, among the lowest common denominator in Tamil Nadu. When people like MGR used their theaters, their films, their scripts as a classroom, and that is how the ideology was spread. So, end of the day, what they practiced on in the real and what they practiced in real life was almost the same, and that is why the line is blurred. And that is why you saw an MGR coming in, a Jayalalitha coming in, a Karunanidhi was also a huge scriptwriter, a storyteller in Tamil
Tamil
Nadu.
Nadu.
He coming in as chief ministers. Rajnikant being tipped as coming into politics, Kamal Hassan coming into politics, now Vijay super success in politics. All this is thanks to the fact that it is the ideology basically was spread in Tamil Nadu through films, through theaters, and through these film stars. That's the logic, and that's why Tamil Nadu accepts superstars, film stars as their leaders.
Yes, really the start of a new era as far as Tamil Nadu politics is concerned. Because in the last election, you had someone like a Kamal Hassan, again, a superstar, but who did not find the electoral success when he floated his own party and contested
No, he didn't fight the
elections.
way Vijay did. He didn't fight the way
Yes,
Vijay did. He was blow hot, blow cold. Believe me, Vijay went about it much better than Kamala
Kamal
Hassan.
Hassan.
See, the fact remains that Kamala Hassan, when he started his party, see, Vijay, whether you would have had this number or not, Vijay would have still been a talking point today. Even at a
Yes.
number which is possibly lesser than this, Vijay would have still been a talking point today, is because Vijay threw in his entire might behind these elections, and he was very clear that he's getting into politics. That's the difference. Kamal Hassan was blow hot, blow cold. So, well, he was still, kind of a superstar, who became a politician. Vijay shred the superstar skin, and he got into politics. That's the difference.
Yes. So I think that the transition, as far as Vijay is concerned, the film to politics transition has been successful. Now one will have to look at the next step. Like he said, he's completely into politics. Does he take the left turn, or does he turn towards the right? Because as these numbers hold, Vijay will need support from either side. He's at 108 right now. While he's, of course, the single largest party by a distance. 69 is where the ADMK is, and 57 is where Stalin's DMK is completely routed as far as the 2026 election is concerned. A fresh chapter in the state of Tamil Nadu and their politics. And this is how we will end our broadcast as well. Sujit, thank you so much for joining. For our viewers, just to take you through the numbers as we end this broadcast: the Assam 98 for the BJP, 26 for the Congress. In Assam, remember, they made Gaurav Gogoi, their Lok Sabha MP, their firebrand Lok Sabha MP, as in charge, as chief of the state unit in Assam. That clearly doesn't seem to have worked in their favor. Meanwhile, some bypolls as well that you're seeing on your screen. The Baramati seat in Maharashtra. Remember, this seat was vacant after the unfortunate demise of former Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar. He died in a plane crash in January. That seat fell vacant, and it was his wife, Sunetra Pawar, who's contesting the elections, is now already the Deputy Chief Minister, and she is, of course, leading as well. That's really no surprise, but that is one update where Sunetra Ajit Pawar is leading. So, and if you just look back to the other states, Kerala, LDF at 38, the UDF, the Congress-led alliance, at 97. I believe this could be their highest tally in at least the last decade or so. So one will have to check the record stumbling on that front. But speaking of records, the BJP, the big headline, if you're a BJP supporter, this will be a day to rejoice, given the results that they're seeing in West Bengal, the land of Shama Prasad Mukherjee, a state where the BJP always wanted to come to power, but always fell short. This time around, the BJP cruising comfortably in the state of West Bengal, possibly and potentially, and as these numbers hold by the looks of it, ending the rule of Mamata Banerjee, the same Mamata Banerjee who came to power in 2011, a street fighter image, gave it her all to push back against the BJP. But as these numbers stand, something hasn't fallen into place for the TMC. For the BJP is, of course, a major victory. So a lot of talking points, a lot of data that will come your way in the next few hours and over the course of the next few days as well. Like I said, the granular data will give us a clear picture of how this battle has played out in each state on a constituency level. We'll have to, of course, wait and watch for that. But this is where we will end this live broadcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do stay tuned to HW News English as we get you some more analysis, some more credible voices with their opinions on what do they think of this mega result day on the 4th of May 2026. Thank you so much for watching. This is Shubham Chauhan signing off.